Hey everyone, it's Joe McPeak with Make-A-Mo, and today we're going to show you how to make a motion pack for upload to Sketchfab. Sketchfab now has animation capabilities, and you are able to take multiple BVH files and append them into one FBX take. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. First thing you do is you assemble your motions and make sure they're ready to be uploaded into an FBX. And also, one of your animations has to have a T-pose. And you can use BV Hacker to check. So just open BV Hacker. You can find BV Hacker at bvhacker.com and drag and drop one of the motions into BV Hacker to see if it has a T-pose. Now you only need one T-pose for the whole pack of animations. So just go ahead and open up one of them and make sure that the first frame is on a T-pose. That's very important, and that's one of the things that they don't tell you about. And I'm going to show you the other things they don't tell you about in just a moment. So once you have one of your BVHs that has a T-pose and all of your BVHs assembled and ready for import, open Motion Builder. So the first thing you want to do when you open Motion Builder is go to File, Motion File Import, and import all of these motions at the same time. We want to make sure the one that has the T-pose, it's that one, is included. Then just hit Open. Now it'll ask you if you want to create it in the same hierarchy. You do. And whether you want to create a reference node. Reference node is used for moving your characters around in the scene, and since we're just doing retargeting, we won't need one. So just go ahead, make sure that all of your animations are selected, and hit import. While it's importing, there should be no errors because all of these animations have the same skeletal structure. So now that all your animations have come in, go to the Take Manager here and go up to the top where your T-pose is. Your very first animation should have at least one T-pose. That is so it can be characterized correctly. Okay, so now that you see the yellow skeleton, we are going to characterize it by going to the asset browsers over here on the right, click Characters, and drag and drop character to any bone on this skeleton. Click Characterize, then Biped. So now this skeleton is ready to give motion. So you can check your takes. I usually put that on loop. Click on takes. You can see that all the animations are intact. And now we need to retarget it to a character. That's very easy. All you do is just go back to the beginning of your first take, which is the T-pose. Now you want to press merge to merge in a character. We're going to use woman model. Click apply namespace, so that will make it so the names don't match and cause a clash. Hit merge. Okay, you'll see two characters here. The yellow skeleton and where we're going to put the motion. We're going to put the motion on the character. So you'll see that there's only one character here so far. So what we have to do is put a character on her skeleton to receive the motion from the yellow skeleton. It's very easy. All you do is just drag a character to any bone and hit characterize. Just make sure that they're both facing in the same Z direction. Okay, so now that they're both characterized, you'll see them both here on the left. Character 1 needs to receive information, so put its input type on character and activate. Now you'll see that the character is following the same motion of the yellow skeleton. That's called retargeting. Okay, so there's one small thing that they don't really teach you about is, like, let's say you go to a part of the breakdance where she's putting her hands on the floor. So if we look carefully, you'll see that hers are coming up much higher. That's because she's kind of smaller than him. And what it's called is action space compensation. So what you want to do is, before you plot all the properties, is go back to the beginning of the T-pose, and we're going to make our character larger than it is, and we're just going to uncharacterize, hit OK. What you do is you come over here to woman, select everything and go scale, and see how her arms are getting wider. Put them approximately where that model's is. So let go and then press the move key, and now we're going to move it up. Make sure that her feet are above the floor. Something like that. Okay, this will go a long way in the action space compensation. So just deselect and come over here and press characterize again, biped. Okay, so now we'll check her settings, character active. So now she should be doing the breakdance much closer to the original. So we're still not done. What we want to do is find that part in the floor of the breakdance, and you'll see here that she's still not compensated correctly. So what I want to do is come down here to either solving, check the solving parameters. You can change the solver here too if you like. But what I want to do is, under retargeting, we're going to go match source. Now that got a little closer, but not quite all the way. We're going to use action space compensation and bring it down just a little bit. Wait, without match source. I'm sorry. So just put her hand right there where the hand is. So by using action space compensation, we can make a much cleaner retargeting. So now what we want to do is plot all properties, even locked ones. So click on her character, go plot character, and plot to skeleton. I put it on plot all takes. I take it off constant key reducer. I never hit smart plot, and make sure that it plots all the lock properties and on root only if you like. Press plot. This will take a moment. Okay, so now that all the motion is on her skeleton, just like we want it, all we have to do is delete the reference. So go select hips, select branches, and you'll see that our source is all green. So we can just go ahead and hit delete. Okay, delete character, yes to all. And now we're left with just her animations, her bones, her skin, and all of the animations, all of these takes. So now at this point, what you want to do is you want to delete the ones you don't want, the takes that is. You can go through these one at a time to rename them, whatever you'd like to rename them. But always, always, always make sure that your T-pose is the first take. So here I'm going to just go rename, and in the beginning I'm going to put T-pose dash. Okay, so now all we have to do is remove the namespaces. What are namespaces? Well, namespaces are those names that we added so there would be no bone clashes while we do our retargeting. And you'll see that they're written here on the scene file information. Now, if you were to export this with the namespaces, probably nothing could or would work in a game engine. So, in order to get rid of them, it's very easy. Just select everything, go select branches, right click and go add remove namespace, and it'll remove these. Apply to branch, and boom, all the names are gone that said Mixamo. So those won't get in the way anymore. And in fact, that is the end of our tutorial. We have just completed retargeting multiple animations from BVH and turned them into a multi-take FBX file, which is the way you should do it. And I took you through all the other things that you should do when you're retargeting. So at this point, all you have to do is hit save as and call it whatever you like. Okay, so just take a look in here, and it's going to save all these takes in the same file, one FBX file. So that's how things are going these days. and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. My name's Joe. My new website is makeamo.com. You should check it out. It's really cool. There's lots of free stuff, tons of free high quality content, and don't forget to follow me on Sketchfab. Thanks a lot, folks. We'll see ya.